question. He says,
What is the name of the place you are from?
he looks confused.
What is your name?
I'm the monk.
What's the horse's name?
I don't think he has one. Although if he does, I believe he has one.
When did you arrive?
I have always been here, I believe. I believe it. He looks in your eyes and you can see the belief in there.
Empathy?
Yeah. I want to
Sure.
know, is he like fucking with us? Or?
Humble.
Yeah, he's fucking with you, Glenn. According to Freddy, though, he really he is not a normal individual. You're thinking that you're not getting the full story here. Something's off with this guy, but he looks very earnest.
What is your purpose?
To believe for you. I'm the electric monk.
The electric monk.
Yes.
And what is it you're doing besides believing here? What do you want?
Want? He looks completely confused.
Who sent you?
Sent me?
Do you know any other people besides us?
Are there other people besides us? If you say there are, I will believe you.
Glenn, keep him company for a sec.
It just shows Glenn looking at the guy. The horse looks at you like, and it gives you an odd look, Glenn.
What does he look like?
Brown horse, pretty fucking generic.
He meant the dude.
The dude.
Oh, he has kind of a light brown skin. He has dark hair. He seems like a really suspiciously average person.
I'm gonna go check the
Plain
computer.
robe.
It looks like it's a brown homespun cloth robe. While you're checking it, you do see a small tag on the robe, even though it looks handmade homespun. It has a fucking tag on it. It's on the inside, so you can't see it, and it says piety robes for when you want somebody to look more pious. Think piety robes.
I'm gonna check the computer logs and see when the hell this dude appeared in the ship.
Does your computer monitor when people show up?
Yeah, that's what we set up.
Good. Probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 days ago about 7 or 8 days ago, maybe 10,
Right.
during all the
As I
shadow
thought,
storms.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I thought.
Yeah. You're kind of surprised he's not dead, because you watch the playback, and he sat on his horse nonstop since he's been here.
And he just appeared. He
Yes.
didn't walk into the ship, he just appeared.
Yes.
Right.
What would happen if you were not to believe in us?
Should I not believe in you? He asks in a low, earnest voice.
Oh, you should believe in us. I'm just curious.
do. I believe. And you can see the belief in his eyes. The kind of fervent belief that children have when you fill their head with bullshit. That kind of belief.
Thank you.
He nods and he looks like he's just accomplished something good for you. Freddy comes wandering back in with a look on his face like somebody just took a lemon and shoved it up his ass.
That'd be very enjoyable. Anyway,
Do you know French?
I believe in brunch, he says quickly.
French.
Do you believe you know French?
Yes, he says.
Parlez-vous français?
I believe you, he says.
Glenn, this is the bleed over effect I mentioned a while ago.
The what effect?
The craziness that happened a while ago and now is no longer happening. He's one of the effects of the craziness.
He looks like he totally believes what you're saying.
Okay.
Well,
There's a knock at the says the door.
I checked the outside camera.
Couple of large guys standing there with what appear to be like buckets and scrub things and chemicals and shit.
I go and I open and yes.
Hello, sir. We remove graffiti if you want. Good rates.
What's your rate?
100 zir each.
For the ship?
That's right.
Glenn,
I thought
do you want the ship to be cleaned?
it was credits in this song.
It's the same thing.
Oh. Okay. Where?
Half now, half when we're done, eh?
Where's my credit? Yeah, let's clean it.
Cool. One of the guys starts work here. Other guy goes with you to a merchant because he doesn't have a Zir card reader. Your account is charged 110 credits, 220 credits, and he gives you a receipt.
220?
220, yeah, 100 each.
Why each? It's one ship.
Yes, each person working. There's two guys.
Oh. I was under the impression you meant each ship, but...
Fortunately, you didn't go with him. You're back there watching some guys.
Oh, yeah, I'm with the other dude, yeah.
Yeah. He's only on the outside because they haven't gotten inside the graffiti.
I heard you say 100.
He looks affronted. That was each, he says.
About 150.
Well, I guess I could skip some meals, he says.
Okay, here you go.
Right, 165 creds get taken out of your account. He looks sad.
$60.
So...
Okay, I head back to the ship.
So, Mr. Monk, tell me about yourself.
You leave the guy alone on the outside of his ship to plant whatever explosives.
I glance at the monitor every now and then, but
looks like he's cleaning and stuff, the ship. The other guy comes back, talks to him. They clean less diligently now, but they're still cleaning. And, right, you see Glenn wandering around outside looking at him, going... The monk looks at you.
So tell me about yourself.
I'm sorry?
Tell me things.
What kind of things? He says, very excited. I believe we are the only people in existence. You and me, and maybe the other guy, but he's not here anymore. He looks around.
Your job is to clean this ship and watch over it when we're not around.
I believe you, he says earnestly.
Good. Glenn, I think we found ourselves a cleaner.
All right.
So you go out, the monk follows you and
By the way,
around.
Mr. Monk.
I believe more people have come. One of the cleaners
you will
goes,
only take orders from us.
You got an electric monk? He just shakes his head. The fuck? They go back to cleaning and laughing about it.
Wait, you know what this is?
Yeah, I haven't heard of anybody like you having them. I mean, it is made by the Exaris. I mean, they wanted to make sure that nobody could mistake that as an actual person. So they only gave it 2 eyes and 4 limbs. Because that way nobody could mistake it as an actual person.
And what do they do?
Well, you know how you get a dishwasher so that you don't have to wash dishes?
Right.
You get an electric monk so you don't have to worry about believing in stuff. They just believe things for you.
Like what?
Like whatever you wanted to believe.
Do they usually ride horses?
Yeah, there's some sort of theory that you look more earnest on a horse or something.
But do they do stuff?
They believe really hard.
That's it.
Yep. Fucking useless. I hope you didn't spend more than a whole bunch on it, he says. Maybe that's why we're not getting paid the full amounts as the other one. They go back explaining.
I turn back to Glenn and say quietly, do you think we can sell him?
This might belong to Mildred or something.
Definitely not Mildred's.
No.
Guaranteed not Mildred's.
It might have been placed here for her benefit or somebody else's. There's a lot of people that might have been on the ship since the last time I was here.
True. Electric Monk, who created you?
I believe that you may have, he says in a very earnest voice. Did you? You're thinking a dishwasher may have been better.
Glenn, I saw the tapes. He just appeared in the ship.
Yeah.
The PCs could do that kind of thing.
No one else was with him.
They may have even altered the tape. Or found a way to pitch somebody through an extra dimensional portal into your ship. You can see there are PCs doing that kind of thing.
He seems harmless. Let's keep him on the ship and ask around.
I believe I'm harmless, he says.
See?
Hey, Electric Monk.
He looks at you in a very earnest way.
Give me a back massage.
I believe you, he says.
But yeah, he is useless, you're right.
I believe you can do the dishes.
I believe it. He stands there looking at you. Very earnest brown eyes. They match his robe, actually, now that you're looking.
Alright, let's go grab the guy counter. Have a look at the coin.
No problem. You guys put the electric monk on. His horse has wandered out and is looking for something to graze on.
Hey, go get your horse.
He nods at his horse. His horse ignores him and just wanders off looking for things to graze on.
Horse.
Wait. Go. I'm gonna grab the... Yes. Come get the horse.
The horse comes with you. It's the most docile fucking horse ever.
Glenn, do you know how much these are worth?
It's worth a lot if it's real.
Yeah, it's worth like 10,000 credits.
Could use that to put more money down on the ship.
Yeah, we need to buy like another amount's worth of rent for the parking.
Yeah, parking and utilities. 5,500.
Yeah. How much was the parking? 5,000?
Yeah.
Yeah. So why don't we, after we check the coin, see if we can sell this horse?
The electric monk looks sad, but he believes it's necessary to sell his horse.
I believe you'll be okay.
He looks happier about life.
I believe you will be happy from now on.
He looks happy.
Good. Alright, let's check the coin first.
He's happy and harmless. It's not radioactive at all.
Oh, okay. Just, is it still glowing now?
Actually, you are more radioactive than the coin.
Okay.
A good deal more radioactive than the coin.
Am I radioactive?
No, he's not dangerously radioactive. It clicks a lot more and a lot faster at him than the coin, or you, or the ship, which you think has some sort of fusion drive in it. So, who knows? Maybe it has a drive, maybe not. You're not even sure anymore. In fact, you're not even sure if you were sold a Serenity style ship that has an engine or not, because nobody's ever tried it. It was just put here and left to rot, and rot it will eventually.
Okay, so I'm radioactive.
A bit. Not horribly, not fatally, just a bit.
Even after I took the pill?
Apparently.
Huh.
I mean, like I said, you're not horribly radioactive, but you're definitely radioactive.
Okay.
Tell him to believe that you're not radioactive.
Hey, I'm not radioactive.
He believes you.
I'm
God,
not
this is
radioactive.
really a time saver. Now you don't have to even worry about believing any of this silly shit. The electric
way,
monk
since-
looks sad, and he goes over and he's patting his horse sadly.
I go to like one of the crew quarters. I've never actually tested this. Does magic work here?
Ooh. Ooh. Are you sure you don't want to do it out in front of everybody else?
Yeah.
But how else will you learn? Cool. Give me a willpower times 1 roll.
It does work. Wow.
Currently.
Well,
It'd have been funnier if you fumbled, lit ship on fire, etc. That would have been fucking brilliant. I think Glenn would fucking strangle your ass for lighting the ship on fire.
so it does work, but barely. Okay. Yeah, do you want I go back out? Glenn, shall we go sell the horse?
Are we sure it's a real horse?
I checked to see if the horse is real.
How?
Do you really want to know how?
Zoology?
I was going to say, if he's just shoving things up its ass to see what happens. That's how he always checks. Do you even have your dildos with you?
Oh crap, I don't have it with me.
Aha!
Shit.
No horse molestation for you, mister.
I checked for heartbeats, stuff like that. Does it
Sure,
breathe?
give me a zoology animal lore roll as you're trying to figure out where the heart is.
In its chest.
You look at the...
Yeah, see, there it is.
It goes... You're not sure if horses' hearts are made to go... You've got your ear to its... and it's like looking back at you like, the fuck are you up to?
I don't think it's a real horse.
The electric monk looks at you. He comes over and he puts his ear to your shoulder.
What are you doing?
Same thing as you.
No, go away.
I believe you. He sits on his horse and gallops away.
No, come back here. Now he listens to me.
Come back! I go chase him.
It's not easy keeping up with a horse. Okay, good.
What's one button?
Give me an endurance roll as you're... Fortunately, the horse is slowed down a bit because it's got all the...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You fucking catch him up eventually where he got stopped. Freddie,
I just throw up
meanwhile,
everywhere.
Freddie's on his knees in the background throwing up. He's just vomiting all over. And some guy comes and goes, Are you okay? He begins like doing stuff like he's trying to help Freddie up, and he's like, he's slipping out of the grass.
Can you do me a favor?
He drops you in the vomit. There you go.
Shove your finger up my ass.
He steps on your face into the vomit and goes, Now. Why aren't you carrying any stuff? He says and wanders off after
It's on the
unsuccessfully
ship.
trying to pickpocket you. Which ship? He says, interested.
I point to a random ship.
He heads off in that direction.
I stand up.
Vomit goes.
Come back to the ship, monk.
I was told to ride away.
Now we're telling you different.
I believe
Thank you for riding away when we told you to. Now we're telling you to come back.
In the direction of the ship.
I walk after them slowly.
What a stitch in your side. Okay. The monk disappears into the crowds of people and stuff as you are wandering in the direction of your ship.
Chase it.
Give me. Freddy's like, go. Give me another sprint roll. The electric monk has failed his navigation roll and is missing a turnoff. He's looking around for it.
Hey.
He rolls a listen roll over the hubbub. Motherfucker. One last endurance roll and you've caught him again. As he's looking for the ship. Yeah, you catch up to him again. You lead him back to the ship. He believes you know the way. And you can almost hear the capitals in the way.
We can ride double. Let me on.
He believes you a lot. He just sits there and looks at you.
I get on the horse.
All right. Give me a climb roll versus hilarity. Hilarity. You go, and then the horse fucking doesn't. Hold on a second. Right. The horse's kick on you missed, but you did manage to fall off of the horse on the other side. Hilarity has ensued. Says the horse. The electric monk attempts to control the horse. Yeah, the horse gets back under control. He's apparently good at riding a horse. For reasons.
Glenn, what are you doing?
He says coming up, partially with vomit on him and stuff.
Getting on this horse so this guy doesn't wander off.
Stop trying to violate the horse. That's my job.
The electric monk begins wandering off.
I walk after him.
He's not going fast. He's just... Glenn manages to get on the thing. Cool. Right. He takes you back to the ship. Freddy, who's got a huge stitch in his side and is like kind of going and moving at like old man speed, eventually catches up to you guys. Right. The air guys are still working on clearing off all the fucking graffiti off your ship. Freddy looks like he's having a rotten day.
I'm going to take a shower.
You know what makes a really good shower?
Hot water?
No, you got that. The one thing you're missing. You got that. It's on a little dispenser thing.
A shower?
No, you got that. It's awesome.
No.
New clothes that don't have vomit and dirt on them to change into. That's what really makes a shower great.
Yeah.
Hey, Monk, can I borrow your robe?
I believe you. He says, not fucking moving.
Monk, give me a robe.
I believe I've given you my robe. He says, standing there.
The robe is still on you. Give me the robe.
I believe the robe is still on me. He begins to kind of twitch around a bit.
I gotta wash my clothes first.
All right. Cut to Wet Freddy, as you call him, comes out. You remember how wet he looked in Vietnam? He looks more wet now.
At least it's not lube.
This is a step up for Freddy. Take a card. Good point, Glenn.
I need my anal refresher.
Nah.
The monk believes you.
The word need.
Need. Italicized. Alright.
So, you've gotten cleaned up. The monk appears to not be disrobing, although he believes he has. And the monk is looking a bit more twitchy. Give me computer use rolls at half.
Surprisingly, yes.
Oh, nice.
You're thinking too many contrary beliefs. God damn, Freddy can't even succeed in his computer use, and he is an expert at it. See, this is why, Freddy is why jet pilots always crash. Okay? So anyway, you're thinking too many contrary beliefs may end up short-circuiting the electric monk.
Blah.
Oh. Electric monk.
He looks
Reset all beliefs.
I believe I have reset all the beliefs. I will now go forth and reset the beliefs everywhere. He takes his horse and begins walking off.
No. Stay
No,
here.
stop.
Believe in us.
He looks over his shoulder. I believe you. And I believe in you.
Believe in the other Doras.
He looks like he believes in things that he can't see.
Glenn, what do we do it?
You're wearing a robe.
I believe I'm wearing a robe. The horse just looks at him like, Jesus, I hate this job.
Horse, can you understand this?
The horse looks at you. Give me an animal handling horse roll to figure out what the horse is. You're thinking that the horse is really disappointed he hasn't gotten to kick both of you to death. Fortunately, Glenn doesn't know this because he almost got kicked when he fell off the horse back there.
Horse, do you want to go back home or something?
The horse looks at you. It appears to have not shit out the ability to speak yet.
Nod if you agree, or shake your head if you don't.
The horse goes, "Brrr." The monk looks at his horse and believes in it.
Thinking it's an electric horse.
Brrr.
Has it shit anywhere yet?
No, it hasn't.
Been here for a week.
Yeah.
Hasn't eaten. Hasn't shit.
Yep. It's not a real horse.
The electric monk looks and believes that his horse isn't real. The electric monk twitches a bit.
I mean, it's a real object, but it's not a live animal horse.
The electric monk attempts to reconcile the new belief patterns you're giving it rapidly. It says, I believe you. It says desperate.
Go and take a nap.
The electric monk looks at you. I believe I'm asleep.
I wait.
It stands there looking at you.
Fuck's sake. Glenn, why don't we just lock him in a closet somewhere?
Okay.
You're quickly understanding why most people don't own an electric monk now.
Alright, you come with me. I'll go and find a closet.
You grab the electric monk. There's no closets on the ship, I don't think, big enough for it. But you find a storeroom to stick him and his fucking horse in. They stand in there believing that they're in a dark storage room of some sort.
I lock the door.
You wish it had a lock on this side, but you know.
I lock it electrically then.
The electric monk sits there and looks at the electric lock. The electric horse looks at the electric monk. The electric spaceship surrounds you all. At least that's what you believe.
Oh my gosh.
I wonder if we can reprogram him.
Cut to, it is now deeply in love with Mildred. Again. It begins again!
Hey, Glenn. Do you want to cut him open and have a look inside his brain?
I know of somebody who can reprogram fucking robots
Doc
like this. Take a card for a really interesting idea. I'm curious to see what happens to the poor electric monk.
Maybe we should wait for him to come in.
Well,
Wow, I can't believe I got this again.
What'd you get again?
Happy holidays.
Cool. This is the last possible day for that card.
It's the 5th time I've had it during this period.
Freaky.
well,
You guys
All right, go ahead.
stand on the spaceship. Fortunately, it gets because of your fees that you pay for having it in the low rent neighborhood. You still have like the power hookups and shit to it. You know, it gives a trickle of power enough that you don't come back and find a completely drained ship or whatever. So, you know, plus it has the hookup so you can shit or take a shower and get rid of the waste. Probably dumping it into the sun somewhere is your guess because fuck the sun. What has the sun ever done for us?
All right, Glenn, since we're here, and since we have the time, do you want to take care of the ship real quick?
I
Yeah,
believe you.
we should pay it off before that becomes an issue.
Okay.
Um,
How do you want to do that?
so we could see how much we can get for the horse. It's not a real horse; it won't be 10,000, but
We'll come all the way around.
something.
An electric horse could also be usable by Doc Fulton. He could program it into. He could even combine the electric monk and the electric horse, and then you'd have an electric centaur that believes things.
We could play a really nasty trick on Kinley with the electric horse.
Oh, that's just cool. We also have no way of getting it out of the zone.
Yet.
Yeah.
There's always a yet.
Oh yeah.
Okay, well, let's ask the merchants if anyone's interested in buying an electric horse.
I was thinking about the connections to the other zones, and I was wondering, since we've seen people from other zones here, like the elves and the blue soldier clones that go from zone to zone, we could discreetly follow somebody and figure out how they transition to different realms.
Okay.
I'm sure they won't. I'm sure they won't be fucking super suspicious of that. You know. Well, yeah.
Ninjas.
Sure.
But yeah, let's take care of the ship first.
Okay, let's ask and see how much.
Give me a simple research roll at full to find out how much an electric horse is worth.
Quarter.
You're thinking you'd probably be lucky to get 3,000 for it, so not much. But a live horse, more than 3 times that amount, because live horses are the bomb, yo. Collectors and shit. Honestly, 3,000 would definitely be pushing the high side of it because for the same amount of money, you can buy a new car. Let me check here. Security, animals, transportation. Yeah, you can buy a motorcycle, a good one for 5,000.
Okay.
And, you know.
I've got like 2,000 cred, so if we sold the horse for 3,000, that'd get us most of the way there. Maybe we could go.
You think the monk would be sad?
We're gonna reprogram it eventually.
Eventually.
We'll just leave it in a closet for now.
Yeah.
How much do the monks go for?
Nobody really wants an electric monk. They just stand around believing shit. Also, they're programmed to wander around and, you know, believe in things. That way you don't have to.
So nothing?
I'm sure you could probably get something for him.
No, I want to keep him.
Okay.
I was going to say, considering how much, like, chickens and shit are worth, you know.
Yeah, we could pop over to the embassy and
Steal
to
more
unload
chickens.
chicken.
Hello, we're the chicken thieves. God damn it. They say,
The embassy will reimburse you.
yeah.
Well, we can go to Sherman and get some as well.
Yeah. Chickens are freakishly cheap considering how long it takes to grow them. I mean, it's not long, but it's still a few months and stuff.
Yeah, do you want to just go to Sherman so we don't bother Elwyn and the embassy all the time?
I think the embassy would be easier, but
Well,
either
okay,
way.
sure.
I was gonna say, in Shermer, you could probably get like a chicken for
No.
$10, maybe $12.
Yeah,
Something like that.
I mean, it's cheap enough, but then we have to ride
Super
the
cheap.
bus, get a box of chickens, take it on a bus, and the bus driver's like, hey, no chickens on the bus. I don't want to deal with that bullshit.
Yeah, we'll just. Let me think. It should be fine actually. I can trump gate us to Clems with the chickens.
Trump gate?
Yeah. Just make sure you don't buy more than 12 chickens.
Okay.
Otherwise, yeah, we'll need to get a bus or something. Or buy a car.
As he comes into a more and more elaborate plan to avoid Elwyn. It just shows, and then we fucking need to get the car registered, and you're like,
if you want to do the embassy, you do it, because I don't want to bother people.
Oh, you're still non-gratis?
Well, I'm better, but, you know, I don't want to push my luck.
Put on a disguise?
I'm imagining Freddy wearing like the fucking glasses with the big fake nose and the fake mustache. Hello, I would like chickens, Elwyn. Oh, please mark on your spaceship notes that in one of the storage rooms you have a electric monk and possibly an electric horse, because I'm sure that both of those things will come up later. Some RPC will be like, God damn, I need a horse, and then they'll fucking knock out the monk and take his horse or some shit.
Alright, let's go to the embassy then. You do the talking, I'm not.
You're not going to go get a car registered and get the license plates and pay fees and taxes and no. Yeah. I'm surprised you guys don't have a fucking car in that zone.
We have nowhere to park it.
Are you kidding me? In Shermer?
Free parking? You crazy?
Yeah, in America, there's free parking all over the place.
Oh.
In smaller towns and shit. I'm not saying I'd leave it on the city street.
Yeah.
I mean, if you leave it there for a year or something, it'd probably get towed. But
yeah. If somebody moves it around
on
every couple months.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I would own a fucking garage and shit like that. Actually, you can buy a storage garage, but that's pretty pricey.
Oh, yeah, we don't have that much. I have about $8,000 also.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Embassy.
Yeah.
Cut to you guys clumps back to the embassy and go hunt down Elwyn, who's super busy doing all kinds of really important, vital jobs.
Why are we talking to him?
Because you want chickens, don't you? You want chickens.
By the way, the guards are like listening in carefully, and one of them's like looking like, yeah, motherfucker, it's the guy who was all bouncy before, and the other one's like looking, and the guy who's holding the money, no expression.
You want chickens, don't you?
Elwyn is in charge of the chickens?
He's in charge of finances and stuff for the embassy. Or just general stuff. So if you want to charge something to the embassy, you need to clear it with him first.
Okay.
You can't just go up to merchants and say, hey, charge it to the embassy. It's not.
Okay. Just we've had shortcuts before. That's fine. You wait outside. I'll go talk to him.
Okay.
Did he ask you, says one of the guards, to do the talking for him?
Is it 12 each or 12 total?
No, if it isn't cleanse, it's fine. Don't worry about it. If it's gating, then 12 total.
No, I gotta know, says one of the guards. Did he, points at Freddy, ask you to talk to Elwyn because he's scared to?
Yes.
Yes, suck it. And the guy who's holding the money pays him the money. And he goes, ha! The guard who lost the bet's like, God damn it.
Never bet on Freddy.
Everybody nods.
All right. So we want 24 chickens.
However many we can take through cleanse.
24 would be a trick.
Yeah, just
Okay.
in a box or crate. Yeah.
No, they'd be all tied upside down by their feet.
Yeah.
Would that fit through cleanse?
As well as better than putting them in a box or crate, although
Like,
you
Okay.
would have a lot
Have
of
a rope
angry
around your
chickens.
neck.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
That's fine.
A lot of angry chickens. That is how they transport them in Asia because, fuck them. We've not heard of
Sure.
animal rights here.
That's fine.
Right. It just shows Elwyn looking at you. Chickens.
Chickens.
You don't have any money? He gives you the, why am I talking to you about, a few dollars worth of chickens look.
I don't have money here.
What kind of money do you have? He says, looking for a bright spot. I mean, chickens. They're currently working on, there's a bunch of guys holding up part of a wall, looking over, and Owen's standing there with a very put out expression on his face. What kind of money do you have?
Guilders?
How many guilders do you have?
Why?
Why do you want chickens? He counters.
Chickens are extremely valuable in this other realm.
It gives you a very old-fashioned look. Guilders are very valuable for me.
Really?
No.
I'll owe you one?
Freddy put you up to this, didn't he? He says, this smacks of Freddy.
Well, I mean, I thought it would be a simple request, but if it's going to be a hardship, then
it's
we'll
fine.
find
But
it.
you ask me for something, and I ask how many guilders do you have, and you don't want to answer me. This makes me think that you are not really interested in any kind of reciprocating thing here.
Yes, I mean, I have guilder. I thought.
How many guilders do you have?
Because they're from a different place. So if you think
we are in many places.
Yeah.
How many guilders do you have?
A few thousand.
Holy fuck, he says. Would you, instead of just hitting me up for chickens, would you like me to actually change some of your money into money here for you? We could get it in $20 gold pieces for you. So that way you've got gold pieces and dollars. Or do you go back to, what's it called? Genovia a lot?
Not very often.
See, I may be helping you more than you think if I'm getting you guilders. Do you have 3,000 guilders?
I do.
If you give me 3,000 guilders, I can give you 10 shiny gold coins. In fact, I can even make them the $20 ones. That way, that's either worth a gold coin or it's worth $20 here. And $20, you can buy an awful lot of chickens, depending on how well you bargain. They're not expensive.
I don't even know if that's a good deal.
I would not cheat you.
Thank you. I was asking Logan if I had a skill to evaluate. I don't think I've ever spent money in the Beastkin land. So.
Well, you'll find out the cost of a fucking chicken soon if you do.
Yeah.
On the other hand, you don't really know how much the guilders are worth either, so, you know. You can give me an empathy roll on them if you want.
Sure. Just wondering if, like, bargain skill would tell me if it was worth it.
Not really.
I don't think he's trying to cheat me.
No, he looks pretty honest, and he's starting to wonder just how greedy you are.
Okay. Do you ever deal in credits?
What, from like Guri and stuff? You talking zero
No.
credits? Are you talking
No.
cyberpunk credits?
Yeah.
No, they're having issues there.
Okay.
Credits come and go, but gold will always be gold.
It's true.
Plus, gold's gotten much cheaper in Guri if you ever want to go buy some. People have been flooding the market there, apparently. But, as I said, he's continuing yelling orders in between talking to you to people. He's helping direct shit. He's pretty good at getting people to do stuff. Each gold coin is about 300 gilder.
Is there anything we can do to help out around here? What's going on?
We are currently working on rebuilding. We had a rain of black stuff. We don't know what it was. There's been a lot of weird shit going on, but it seems to have calmed down now. Not as bad as what happened over in Gothic, though. They had a rain of sombreros.
Huh. That's weird.
Oh, yeah, but I'll tell you what, you can get some cheap sombreros there now. I mean, it rained for like an hour, sombreros out of the sky. Almost buried part of the city, but pretty much everybody now can wear a sombrero there, even the poorest of people. Kind of gives it that zesty flavor, is what I've been told. Don't know what that means, but yeah. So yeah. Anyway, if you want to change some Genovian money over to either flat out gold or $20 gold coins, I can hook you up with that because we have our people in a lot of places, many of which are working for your guys. I mean, I would just give you chickens, but I have 1,542 mouths to feed. Up from about 1,000. They keep on fucking. Don't you fuck? You just had another kid, didn't you, Jacob? Yeah, fuck you. He looks at you.
All right. I will exchange some guilders.
He has somebody go off and get gold coins and bring them back, and yes, 300 is one gold coin, so however many you want. He does not care because that seems to be a stable zone. He's not going to deal with the fucking Hong Kong cyberpunk credits, though, because until they sort out their shit, he doesn't. He does reveal in conversation that he's got a couple of people keeping an eye on things because he does have a couple of Asian players who are in the DIY MMO thing, and they kept their Asian appearance because they're proud of it. And now they're tasked to go off and fucking watch what's going on there, and they're none too happy about it. Also, he occasionally curses different people who've had kids recently.
Okay.
You know,
I'll buy 10 double eagles.
yeah. He says, what would really be great is if you really want to help out and do something that we can't do for ourselves is find a way to set up a fucking condom factory. I'll give you the fucking space. I will go and buy some space in the city. You set up a condom factory and keep that fucker stocked with stuff. We'll be your number one
A
customer.
what factory?
Condoms, rubbers.
Condoms.
Oh yeah, because sometimes people bring 100 or 200, and that goes away in a day or two, and they go back to making babies. Who makes babies? Yeah, you do. That's right. And we've tried installing cyber devices and shit into men and women, and then they get a good night's sleep. Sometimes they're just gone. Just gone. Several hundred creds worth of fucking operation. Poof, gone. Why? They're all Doras. Fuck them. Tell you what, if there's a way to fix them, we would just fucking snip all that shit. Got enough kids. Don't need any more. Starting to get started. Or if you really, really want to help out, find somewhere for them to live happily and peacefully and shit. That's not like, oh, we hate this kind of elf or goblin or gnome or whatever. Yeah, that'd be a huge help. Now that you mentioned it, it's been a year or two since I've asked for that. Maybe more.
There's places, they're just too picky.
Yeah, they're weird like that. They don't want to go to like the realm of fire or where the floor is lava. I don't know what's wrong with them either. Yeah, they're little bitches about it, he says. He looks frustrated. He goes back to yelling at his people after getting you your gold coins. You now have 10 double eagles, so that's $200 of cowboy money, or 10 gold pieces, or, whatever. So, yeah, very nice.
All right. If I see any condoms, I'll bring them your way.
By the dump truck would be appreciated.
Great.
Anybody I catch fucking without one, they'll be put on report. Bad things will happen to them. The mittens, they are always needing cleaning. You know why? Because they fuck and they shit. And they shit and they fuck. That's pretty much what they take perfectly good food and turn it into poop. And babies. Babies and poop, he says, wandering off. Babies and poop. It's all we get now. Babies and poop. He wanders around muttering to himself.
Good day.
You leave him to his thing. No problem. Chickens are actually pretty cheap. In fact, if you wanted to buy them as eggs, it's 20 cents per dozen, which is a good deal. But for the chickens themselves, give me a bargain roll because you're getting, you're only buying like how many chickens? 24?
Hens only, by the way.
Hens only. Fair enough. Take a card for remembering that. I felt sure that you guys would give them some nice breeding pairs.
However many we can carry to cleanse.
Yeah. Each of you guys grabbing 6 on the side sounds very doable.
24.
Sure. Give me a bargain roll to see how many dollars this will be.
Fail.
Cool. You end up paying pretty much $18. So you give him one of your shiny new gold pieces, and he gives you 2 paper dollar bills back, and he ties up all the chickens correctly for you and drapes them over your shoulders.
Do you have
there you go.
silver dollars?
No, we got the paper ones. They're just as good, though. And the bank always promises to back them with silver so long as you don't ask them for the silver.
Great. Okay, thanks.
Come back anytime. We're always selling you guys a lot of chickens. I'm guessing it's for all the mouths to feed, but only hens for some reason.
We might be back soon, thank you.
Great. At 75 cents each, I'll sell you as many as you want, he says.
Okay, come on then, let's go.
Right. Cut to, you guys once again open the Clems. It's starting to get late, just so you know. So you're doing the last Clemsing over now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the motherfucker keeps closing at night like he's real people. You don't like that. Someday you can reprogram him too, but it may require some sort of rectal thing.
You might want to let me. Do you have a trader's license, Glenn? I think you only bought a pilot's license, didn't you?
Take card for remembering that. I was gonna charge him for a trader's license off.
Yeah,
of
I'll do the trader. I'll do that then.
Okay.
No problem. Yeah, chickens are still selling really well because they're super bland food, and the people here don't like too much taste in their food because they're fucking mental. And right, who is going to do? The trader's doing the bargaining, obviously. They ignore everything Glenn says because only the trader can bargain, they tell him. So, give me that old bargain roll there.
Can support his bargain.
Yeah, you look earnest in the background, but they're doing their best to ignore you because only the trader should speak, they tell you.
I already got a check.
Ah, well, that's a spirit. So, it's all up to Freddy. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, times 0.9 as the tax gets taken off. Onto Freddy's cred stick because he's the trader. 10,800 new shiny Zir creds get added.
Nice.
They are actually backed with Zir too. So if you go to the bank, rather than telling you it's backed with Zir, but they won't give you Zir, they will actually give you the Zir if you want.
Okay. Cool. Thank you very much. Pleasure doing business with you.
They tell you that they really appreciate. Oh shit! I gave you too much money. Oh well, they fucked up their bargain roll. I looked at the wrong place.
Just so I know, how much was it supposed to be? Just so I know. How much is it per chicken?
80% of the price that I gave you.
So I should have had 8,000 instead.
Yeah, roughly. But they fucked up and they bought and sold on the old price. They tell you they really appreciate some male chickens. They don't know what they're called, but they want some. They've been trying to get the female chickens to fuck, and they won't do it.
Yeah, unfortunately, we haven't found any. But if we do, we'll bring them over.
Well, all your chickens have been healthy. Nobody's gotten sick off of them. Although many people have ruined several trying to learn to cook rather than getting it from a fucking machine. So swings and roundabouts.
I understand. Well, have a nice day.
Certainly. I was going to say, if you wanted to sleep in the ship, next day start early and do another chicken run or two, you could easily do that.
I would like them to do that, actually. Yeah. But do we want to just pay for the ship now so everything's done and dusted?
Are you talking are you paying, well, you paid off the money for the ship itself. You're talking about the parking space?
Next season's rent and everything.
Are you going to keep it in the same kind of shitty space that you're keeping it in now?
How much is better space?
How much better would you like? The closer you get to the, what's it called? The closer you get to the corp ships, the more expensive, but the better guarded. I mean, if you get the most expensive, then not only will they shoot anybody trying to spray paint your ship, but they will display the bodies for you, and possibly for a small extra cost, give you hollow pics of the people being killed. let's see, for a very nice spot where your ship's not going to get spray painted and it's instead of being on the edge of the slums, it's in the midst of the cool kids ships, and all that. So that will just look like a super shiny thing. It'd be 10,000 per season.
And the one we have now is 5,000 per season.
Uh-huh.
It's only double. I mean,
Is there? I mean, would that be good enough to not have to worry about graffiti and homeless break-ins?
Homeless break-ins definitely not. If you were to get graffiti, it might actually be something you'd want to keep rather than get rid of, because you're dealing with a much higher class of criminal.
just trying to find. Hold on. I can't remember what the.
And don't forget the licenses for I Do What I Want is only 20,000.